right, man, some more Cam Johnson talk. So, real quick, the Brooklyn Nets basically saying that they willing to match any reasonable offer within reason for Cam Johnson. So, I think the bottom line or the baseline for them or the trade line is $100 million. And I don't think they're really willing to go against $100 million, but they can match any offer for Cam Johnson. He's a restricted free agent. A lot of people didn't know that. Houston interested. Houston and Indiana is the biggest threats, along with Detroit. So he doesn't get to pick his destination. But let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. I think the best way to get Cam Johnson is probably to facilitate a sign and trade. But then again, I bring this point up real quick. How about you just facilitate a deal with Mikal Bridges? If you really feel like you can't get, Cam Johnson, or they can't facilitate a trade, or you don't want to overpay him, which they're gonna have to, you just call about Mikal Bridges. He already got paid. The way the NBA and inflation going up, it's a reasonable pay grade. He around mid $20 million, a little bit under that, I believe, for the next few years. So you can say, well, we willing to negotiate with Mikal, or if you want to trade Cam Johnson, let's just do a negotiation right now. If nobody takes that offer sheets and matches it, then look here, man, we want to facilitate a deal with him. Now, you can get the offer sheet and you can do what you want to do, but, we want to do a sign and trade. But obviously the Pistons can sit there and not give up nothing and just try to, put a huge offer sheet and see who match it. That's the thing about it. Are you willing to pay 120, 130, 140? That's kind of what Jeremy Grant is looking for. So are you willing to do that? Or do you feel like, you know what, I can hang around the 5th pick. I can hope to get Cam Whitmore. Maybe, like I just talked about earlier in my last video, but I just cut. I don't know when they're going to go up. Can we go get Bradley Beal? Could you get Jaylen Brown? Could you get another wing out there, to do what he do? Do you say, well, I'll take Cam Whitmore. I'll go pick up a Karis LeVert. I'll let them two figure out what's going to happen at the wing. I'll prepare Cam, maybe start Cam, let Karis come off the bench in the system, and they figure it out. And I know Karis can't sustain long-term health for too long, so hopefully I'm hoping that whoever I get, Cam Johnson, can come in the field. That way I keep an asset. I don't spend too much money on Karis LeVert in free agency. I spend a moderate amount on him, a good amount on him. But then it still leaves me room to go sign somebody else. It's a great question. So they got a lot of avenues to do it. It's not Cam Johnson the bust. Like I said, they can look at Mikal Bridges. They can look at guys. They can look at different wing guys out there. Obviously, Jeremy Grant, don't know what he's thinking. Chris Middleton is available. If you like bringing him back to Detroit, wings. It's a guard oriented league, and you looking for the wing. So they gonna have some options out there. I heard somebody say, "What about Jonathan Isaac?" I'm good. I don't even know if he ever gonna play again. So I don't want to take no chances on nobody like that. But if you go out there and you can find you a wing that can shoot it and space the floor and really defend their position, that's what you really looking for. That's what the whole league looking for. You know what I'm saying? So because you facilitate a deal with Michael Porter Jr. But I feel like with Michael Porter Jr., he's a guy that's going to want to be the man. He getting paid like the man too, and then he don't give you enough defensively. He give you a lot of height and length, but he doesn't do much for you when it comes to guarding the Kevin Durant's and guarding the Middletons and the Jimmy Butlers and guys like that. So you need somebody who can stud up and guard those guys. If it's all game like Eric Gordon, it's situational. If it's situational, that's what you're pretty much looking for. So, but Cam Johnson, he could do that. You got Mikal Bridges. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much a lot of different guys across the league that you can go out there and identify and get to play that position. So it's not Cam Johnson a bust. You can stay and see if you can get Whitmore. You can see around the league and see who getting moved, what contracts people don't like or whatever. Nobody talk about it, but hey, what about a Paul George trade? They move on from Paul George. You just never know. You hear they don't want to extend Anthony Davis. Why don't you go out there and throw your best offer at the Lakers, and then maybe the Lakers say, you know what, we just need to start over. Let's cut our losses now. Let's get all our assets and stick we gave up for LeBron and make him comfortable and what we got for Anthony Davis. Let's get out there and rebuild. And people say, well, AD gonna want to stay in LA and this, that, and the third. Hey, that could be true. But you want to stay in LA, or nigga, you want to get paid. You know, so it'll gonna be some options. It's gonna be some options. You know, it's gonna be some options. So it'll be some fours out there that they can go out there and get, but they got to be able to be aggressive. They got to be able to pitch to these guys, and they got to get them early. You don't want no leftovers. But with Cam Johnson, they said they willing to basically match a reasonable offer. You could look it up. So within reason. So I'm thinking they're not trying to go too high above $100 million. So it's gonna take you. You're gonna have to overpay to get them, and then you got to overpay Indiana. You got to overpay Houston. So either you try to facilitate a sign and trade, you know, with Brooklyn or something. I don't know how them groups go with restricted. Or you try to, you know, negotiate with Mikal Bridges, or then you just, you know, go for, you know, you go look at OG Anunoby, you go look at Jaylen Brown, you go look at Bradley Beal, you go look at Anthony Davis, start looking elsewhere. You go look at Paul George. You start to go look at some of those other guys and whatever else out there, and you look in the free agency, and then if all that shit failed, then you look to go take on contracts that nobody else wants that's about to expire, Tobias Harris and guys like that. Then, you know, you just taking what you can get at the end of the day. So, but yeah. So apparently they willing to match within reason. And like I said, this report, Washington might have a fire sale. I mean, you got guys like PJ Washington out there. Like I said, OG Anunoby. So I mean, yeah. I mean, don't forget Buddy Hield still hanging out there in Indiana. I mean, if you want to bring him off the bench, then you probably don't see a lot of inner division trades. I mean, DeMar DeRozan, he don't give you the jump shot, but he more of a scorer too. I don't really see that being the fit. But yeah, he started to look out there and say, who can we get? And no, I'm good on Harrison Barnes. I ain't never been a fan. I mean, with my dark horse, I already said this before, it's Moses Moody. I loved him coming out of the draft. I think he's ready to take that step. His ability to defend, stretch the floor, you know, that's what high ceiling guy. I think he'd be able to step in right away. Quite frankly, I think he'd be able to step right away, give you spacing, give you shooting, and he got a body built to defend those wings today. So I think that's one of the underrated moves right there is Moses Moody. But yeah, just a little Cam Johnson talk. But it's not Cam Johnson the bust. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk Plus for more videos like this. Check my link tree out. Find me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Best way to support the channel is go rate me on Spotify, listen to the podcast. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget, check out my main channel right here on YouTube, Goodfella TV, for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. Right here my other channel, Goodfella TV, for more sports, music, and entertainment around everywhere. Peace.